small group leaders. We're going to do another game this week. It really seemed to go over well with the students. So this game is called Name That Character, scripture game. So your team will be your small group. So all the students will stay within their small group. They're going to be in the narthex, but we're going to have them spaced out. And we want you guys as small group leaders to be a little more involved this time. So we're going to need your help. Each small group leader is going to get a scripture passage to read, and I'll send that in the note for this week.
To the entire group.
To the entire group. And we also want you guys to kind of keep your eyes out to see, because the kids are going to be coming up fast, to see like who the winner is, just to help out with all of that stuff. So let me explain what you're going to need for the game. So each small group will get 8 cards with Bible characters on them. And we threw in 2 Bible characters that are not related to any of the stories, just to kind of throw them off a little bit, like we did last week. There's also going to be 6 first-hand account Bible stories that go with the Bible cards. So those are the stories that you guys are each going to read as small group leaders.
To the entire group.
To the entire group. So what is the object of the game? The object of the game is the first small group, once they hear the story, to find out who the character is. They're going to pick one person to run up, and we got the cowbell again. They're going to run up and ring that cowbell. If they are correct, they're the winner of that round. If they're not correct, they have to go back and try to find the correct one. So we're going to do that 6 different times, because we have 6 different first-hand account stories, okay? So I want to just give you an example of one of the stories, and then you can just kind of get a little, refresher on what's going on. So here would be an example of one of the stories, and I'm going to see if you guys can guess what it is, okay? All right, I have brothers, and they don't like me very much. In fact, they dislike me so much, and I bet some people are like, I know it is right.
Yeah, it's me.
They dislike me so much that they threw me into a well to die. But instead of letting me die in the well, they sold me to a group of Ishmaelites who took me to Egypt. I was assigned to a household and seemed to do pretty well for myself until one day my master's wife accused me of something I never did. My master put me in jail. You'll never believe what happened next. These 2 men started having dreams, and by God's grace, I was able to tell them what the dreams meant. 2 years later, I was called to go to Pharaoh to interpret his dreams. I was able to tell him what his dreams meant. He was so impressed that he put me in charge of his whole palace. I spent the next several years collecting food for the upcoming famine. And when it hit, everyone came to me to get the rations of food, including my brothers. So, what is the answer for that? They're going to have to look through all these cards. The answer would be Joseph from the book of Genesis. So they're going to find this out. One person's going to run up, ring that cowbell. They would be the winner of that round. Now, it might get a little crazy because, the kids might come up at the same time. That's where we need your help to scan out to see, who would be the first one. And then we're going to keep a tally board in the narthex with each group name to see who wins overall all the 6 rounds. So that's just one example of the first-hand account stories. There's going to be 6 more. So yeah, we think it's going to be fun. We're excited for Wednesday. So make sure you watch the video, read over the notes. We'll see you on Wednesday. Take care.
Tell them the catch with the cowbell, how it moves.
Oh, we also want to be, because we think, the game might kind of go fast, and some kids are like, I was closer to them, so that's not fair. So whoever read the story gets to take the cowbell, put your hand underneath so it doesn't ding, and then we're going to move the cowbell to whatever spot you choose. You could stand, over in the corner and set it down by a table in the narthex. You could put it over around by that kitchen serving counter, and they have to find out where the cowbell is. So whoever reads the story gets to move the cowbell. We'll see if they catch on that it's the person reading the story that's moving the cowbell. Okay. All right. Take care. God bless.